Well, I haven't done one of these in a while, so let's get into it. Really, no fancy editing. Well, there's gonna be a little editing, but no gameplay. Really, just you and me talking, and whoever sees this, you and me talking, and we're just honestly gonna talk about For Honor and how I feel about the state of the game, and is essentially why I'm suffering like a burnout, really, of this game, and that's what I'm really gonna go over in this video. No script and none of that, just old classic Ian letting his thoughts and opinions go out. We all got opinions, so we know about y'all's. Then For Honor honestly is a game that I truly do love. I love it to death. It's one of my favorite games. I've put thousands of hours into this game. The only game I can really remember putting this much time into was Call of Duty Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3. And those games were good. Not to say this game is bad, For Honor, but it's in a rough spot in terms of content, and in all honesty, to me, the way it feels like the game is not really going anywhere content wise. Like, they've made good balanced decisions, and then like there's the whole team fighting meta, and a lot more characters are more viable. Don't get me wrong, that's good, but you don't really have the content and player retention to keep you, or at least to keep me coming back. And it's gotten to the point to where if I play this game, it's only going to be with friends, or just to go on and complete my daily orders and get off. And I never thought it would actually come to this, because I love the game and I want it to succeed like everybody else that plays this game on stream. I want it to succeed at the end of the day, but it's just the way it's going right now. Content, yeah, we got our little yokai themed battle pass, which is probably one of the best ones they've done. But once you finish that, what else is there for me to do besides grind out reps and breach, where people leave after one team fight? Or it's annoying, and there's a lot of things in this game that I feel like should be in like a way that actually punishes people for leaving, because a big thing for me that causes and has caused this burnout is that when I play a breach, hell, even a Dominion, I can't even go a game without a bot, and then that bot doesn't get replaced once it reaches a certain threshold in the match. And if you got nothing but bots on the enemy team and you back out and leave, it's a waste of time, and it's just a constant never-ending loop, and it's not fun. It's not fun to deal with, and people can just do it without consequence. Then the retention in this game, it's a unique game, but what else is there to keep us besides the battle pass? I mean, we only get 2 heroes a year now compared to the original 4. And I know COVID is still a thing. Pandemic isn't gone. It's still there. We're just living with it like it's the common cold. And then there's the war with, Russia and Ukraine and all that going on. And it's crazy times in the world, but at the same time, I can't help but look at like other developers like Rainbow Six Siege, Blizzard, Dead by Daylight, and see all this stuff they're pumping out. And Dead by Daylight, for example, like one thing they got to keep people there is the rifts, the tomes for the challenges. And For Honor, once you finish your challenges, you're done. There's nothing there to do. And so it's like, alright, why do I keep playing? There's nothing to keep me here besides seeing the number go up. And to be honest, I've just simply been enjoying other games a lot more. We just recently hit red rank on Deathslinger. We hit gold rank for Survivor. And I've been grinding out Overwatch 2, and I love it to death. Shady business practices aside with how they price their cosmetics, the game's fun, and there's always something to come back to. All those different arcade modes, the comp, the quick play, the arcade. You have all that in Overwatch, and when I go to For Honor, all I really have a choice to pick on is either Duels, Breach, or Dominion. No other unique game modes, no new maps. I gotta wait half a year for a new hero, and if it's a hero you don't like, you're kinda out of luck. The game is just, it's in a decent spot for balance though, but in terms of content, what else is there? I mean, right now they're cherry picking finishers for us, and I called that, to where they're going to release them one at a time, and look what they're doing. They're now releasing them one at a time. They're dragging it out, and they apparently have a bunch of them stocked up, but why drag it out? It just doesn't make that much sense to me, and there's just not much to do in this game. Like, they need like a whole separate menu just for game modes coming back, new maps, like something to keep me coming back, because the game has the potential to be one of the top games on the market, but its past honestly held it back, and the state it's in now in terms of content is kind of dry. I mean, like, you got the Marching Fire arcade, but they even stopped updating that. Like, who's gonna pay for that? And not to mention, still, you can play all the heroes you want, but other heroes are still gonna have essentially an easier time than others. Then a lot of these heroes, they're being reworked to almost essentially play the same bash, unblockable, undodgeable, 50-50 mix-up, and don't get me wrong, it's needed. I understand that it's needed, but I can't help but feel that it's very boring to fight against and play. Like when I pick a character, I want a character that's gonna be fun, have something unique that's gonna test me, and their kit be fun. Like Nobushi, for example, or Musha. I enjoyed the all guarding, and I enjoy Nobushi's hidden stance. I enjoy that. That's unique and that's fun. But at the end of the day, they're the same bash and undodgeable 50-50 mix-up. I mean, like, look at JJ. JJ, I loved to death. He was my favorite Wulin, but now he plays just like every other unblockable feint in a GP bash 50-50. Like, it's boring. And don't get me wrong, the game's in a better state because of it. I understand that the game's in a better state because of it. But at the same time, it's very boring to me. It's the same thing over and over, and it's the same thing with ganking, and that's a completely different story. Like Shinobi's 100-0 ganks. Some people think that's fine. Like, I put out a poll, and Shinobi and Pirate were dead even in votes, and I think it shows like the two opposite sides of the player base. Whereas, like, you got the casual player base that say Pirate is broken and annoying and is an issue, and then you got the competitive side, or the top MMR, where like, nah, Shinobi's the issue. And then both sides are just constantly going back and forth, and then you got these knee-jerk reactions by the developers. Like Griffin, for example, his was a knee-jerk nerf. I mean, now with his old mix-up, mind you, like his old bash, now he wouldn't be that big of an issue, but back then he was, because he could do every option select in the game, and he had insane healing. But now, if you revert him back to that state, he'd be fine, minus the absurd healing. But the game just overall is getting boring to me, and I've been distancing myself, taking a break, and mainly just because work has been killer with overtime, and that's another story in itself. But I'm just stepping away from the game. Like, when I play other games, and I have fun on these other games, For Honor is just the game that you forget about. Like, I'm having a fun time about playing Dead by Daylight and Overwatch, and then someone says like, "Hey Ian, go play For Honor." I'm like, "Oh wait, yeah, I play that, yeah." Like you kind of forget it's there when you're having fun in other games, because these other games have stuff to do, unlike For Honor, like they could add more Breach maps, more Dominion maps, like stuff that could be cool, or hell, even rework some of these skirmish maps into something, because like I want the game to succeed, but it's just it just needs these things, y'all. It just needs these things, and it's getting boring. And I've honestly been a little bit happier stepping away from it and playing other games. It's like it's a nice breath of fresh air. It really is. It truly is. But when I come back to For Honor, I'm like, oh, I gotta play For Honor. Oh. And I think that's not a good headspace to be in, and that's kind of why I'm stepping away from it and not playing it as much, because burnout's a bitch, But I just hope that they add stuff into this game that makes it more alive, because like the Outlander faction, that was such a wasted opportunity. Because if they released 4 heroes right off the bat, like Marching Fire, the game would have skyrocketed, more funding and all that, but that didn't happen. And I'm not a developer, and I'm not Ubisoft. I'm not Ubisoft corporate that makes these decisions, and it honestly feels like the game, like For Honor sometimes honestly feels like the game that Ubisoft corporate sends the new developers to work on, like, hey, it's your rite of passage here, go try and work on this shit show right here. Here you go, everybody had to do it. Almost like their initiation. But honestly, that's it really. I'm just suffering a burnout, and other games have been more fun. This game will always hold a place in my heart, mind you, as it got me to 1,000 subscribers, and that's a huge milestone, and I want to hit 2,000 next, because setting goals are important. But this game will always hold a place in my heart because it helps me achieve one of my goals. Then you guys too do hold a special place in my heart too, because throughout all that I've met some amazing, absolutely amazing people. As much as the world is a very fucked up place, I've met some amazing people playing this game, and it's allowed me to do this, not full time. I wish it would let me do it full time. Maybe if we hit that 2,000 goal, I can get going and maybe do it full time, if y'all feel me. But the game's it's in a state right now to where I'm just burnt out and I can't even enjoy it, and that's bad. It's like the same reason why I left weightlifting for so long. I used to do it every day, and then I just got burnt out. It's like, I'll do it for health, but now it's just a burnout. Just like For Honor, it's just I'm going through a burnout. And honestly, that's it. That's it, really. And I appreciate those of y'all that have stuck through this all the way through to the end of this. Just this little ramble that I've done, and I love all y'all. I honestly do. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And it's amazing that I've gotten to meet all you amazing people. And honestly, I'm burnt out. That's all there is to it. I'm burnt out. And it's sad for me to see, and like I realize it, but I think at the same time it's also good, because I can take a step back, evaluate, and actually take a breather. So, yeah. If you like these rambles, don't forget to subscribe and become a seal, baby. I still got the seal. He's right here. And if you want to see me stream, I stream every night that I have off around 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. If y'all want earlier, I can try and push it back on my off days to do it earlier. But help me reach my goal of 2,000 subscribers, because I haven't done a video like this in a while. And if y'all want more videos like this, like the video and comment in it, and let me know, and I'll start doing more videos like this, gameplay videos like Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, For Honor, stuff like that. So, with that being said, subscribe to become seal, baby. I love all y'all, and I'll see all y'all in the next one.